Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with orange and weighed in officially at 20 stone 1 pound. Hailing from Putney, London, England, he was a 2016 Olympic silver medalist, and now as a professional has a record consisting of 15 wins, just 1 defeat, with 14 of his 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world, Joe the Juggernaut JOYCE. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 20 stone 7 pounds. A native of Shenzhou, China, he is now fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey. He was a 2-time Olympian, capturing a silver medal, and now as a professional, he has a record consisting of 25 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 20 of his 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBO interim heavyweight champion of the world, Zhilei Big Bang ZHANG.
Okay, I'm happy with the shorts. Keep your punches off the shorts, okay? If I call break, you take 1 step back. Don't throw punches on the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
JOYCE hoped to keep those gloves from touching his face the way they did in the first fight, where Zhilei ZHANG was extremely efficient and accurate with his shots, landing at an impressive 46% of total punches, 56% of power punches. Ismael Salas, he was able to remake the career of one Robeisy Ramirez after he lost his professional debut. Now the Cuban featherweight is a world champion. It's a different story with heavyweights, Tim, and the order is tall against Zhilei ZHANG.
Coming out, I'm seeing JOYCE now looking to joust. He's having that lead hand battle. That's something different, and he's moving left.
So already those technical adjustments that you mentioned could be occurring early on in the fight, evident from JOYCE. So those months from April 15th till September 23rd put to good use at the Salas Boxing Academy in Las Vegas.
Yes, it is. You know, the second time around in camp, when you're facing the southpaw and you have all that southpaw sparring, you're familiar with the angles. You become more familiar with the angles. You know, that's what you're seeing right now from JOYCE. He looks a little bit more familiar. Not a lot of punches being thrown at the moment.
And that right hand at home trying to protect that eye.
And it's interesting because that right hand is in front of JOYCE's face. Looking to catch the left hand. It's in front. Now, JOYCE gotta be weary of the looping left hand coming from ZHANG.
JOYCE trying to land a looping left early on, and ZHANG switches it up and says, all right, you've got that right hand tucked next to your chin. Let me go to the body.
It's a good round. I like what I'm seeing. I'm liking the minor adjustments. Now, what happens when JOYCE gets hit? Does he result back to his old ways, standing in front? That has yet to be seen. That typically happens. You start off with a game plan, then you get hit, then you result back to who you are.
Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody has a plan until they get hit in the face. You revert to your nature, you revert to what you did in the gym, and there, ZHANG once again, a straight shot to the solar plexus.
And I also like the stance. I like the narrow stance coming from Joyce. Boxing a little bit better. No left hands has caught his head just yet. I'm going to anticipate Zhang's going to make an adjustment. He's going to start looping the lead hand to try to get Joyce to move towards his left hand. A lot of respect from both men right now. No one looking to really take charge or engage.
All right, the first fight ended due to inflammation in the right eye of Joyce, and Zhilei ZHANG, making no bones about aiming his left exactly there.
对，我知道他的。
Yeah, it's nice and simple. I know his weakness is his eyes. I'm gonna go for his eyes. That's it.
We'll see you on the night.
Stand defense is great, it's fantastic, but sooner or later you're going to have to let your hands go. You have to take some risks. But that's the first round, is a fill-out round. Both guys respecting one another.
Yeah, he did keep that right hand at home. That's his best weapon. I mean, I've never seen Joyce win a fight just on the jab. He's done damage with the jab, but not win the entire fight behind the jab. And at some point, he's going to have to let that right hand go, and we'll see how Zhang reacts to that.
It's interesting tonight that Joyce is looking like he wants to be the counterpuncher tonight. You know, he's not looking to reach with his right hand. He's taking his time. He's measuring, you know, having a battle, the lead front, the hand battle up front, trying to land his jab.
And Tim, you know that when you face an Ismael Salas fighter, he's not going to be unprepared, especially after a loss. And we see that with Joyce, switching things up as Zhang's starting to open up a little bit.
Oh, look at the little single head cross. I like that from Joyce. Trying to use his shoulders to defend against left hands. Nice little shot right there from Zhang, coming down the pipe with the left hand.
Zhang does have more weapons in his arsenal, Tim.
He does. He has an uppercut. He also has a right hook. He hasn't used his right hook yet, but right now he's just looking to, he's taking his time. He's taking his time. He's taking a good look at what Joyce has learned. And I think eventually he's going to come out a little bit faster as the fight goes on. If Joyce wants to sit back and lay back and be more defensive, Zhang's going to have to take the lead.
Oh, nice straight left from Zhang. Does damage, and then he follows it up with our short right hook. That's the danger of allowing Zhang to be first and often.
You're exactly right. Now Zhang now has got comfortable. Now he found his distance, although he is moving to his left. Southpaws are used to moving both ways. They understand the angles that are present.
But you mentioned he's moving toward Joyce's power right hand.
But he's not worried about his right hand. Joyce has yet to release it. He's not worried about that right hand right now.
Yeah, Joyce is worried about protecting that eye. We talked about the psychology of what that does to you. You know you can take your opponent's best shot. The question is, will your face hold up if you don't move it defensively?
That was a really good body shot right there from Joyce, coming right underneath the left arm or the backhand of Zhang.
Is there blood coming from the bridge of the nose of Joyce? There's a little bit of irritation on the left side of his face as well. Nice jab from Joyce.
Did you see Joyce moving his head?
Yeah. Well, it's do you move it or do I move it for you? Because Zhang is doing exactly that here with 10 seconds left in this second round. And now the legs of Joyce wobbled momentarily as the power of Zhilei ZHANG is evident through 2 rounds. We'll listen into the corners.
Here's the follow-up. Nice left hand right there by Zhang. Just letting his hands go. And he saw the opening right there. Joyce isn't fighting the way he usually fights. That's the biggest problem. He's caught between game plans, being himself one and following the strategy. Sometimes that can affect the fighter. It creates hesitation. That's the biggest issue that I'm seeing right now. Joyce is trying to be more defensive because he's worried about the eye. You know, these things affect the fighter definitely. Joyce is worried about his eye, one. Okay. And he's worried about following the game plan as well. That's a big issue right now, and it's creating too much hesitation in his offense and also defense.
Okay? Just hey. And Yobi? Remember, don't go back in the straight line. You have to go to the left side. Okay? but keep going to the net.
Throw something. You got to use your jab. Step in. Come behind your jab. Change it up a bit.
I mean, Joe Joyce was probably thinking, I'm going to weather the storm early and try to take Zhang into deep waters. But if what we saw in that second round continues to happen, it may not get there just based on how clean those shots from Zhang were able to land on the face of Joe Joyce, who's now using his head to move laterally, using his legs, dig into the body with the left hook.
But what he's doing now, he's not trying to be the counterpuncher. Joyce is now being himself. He's coming forward. He's moving left. That's what he should have been doing from Jump Street.
He's at his best when he's instinctual. Joe Joyce knows that he has to throw punches to win this fight. And he's had that right hand tucked in a defensive position for the first pretty much 7 minutes of this fight.
I have yet to see him release it with any kind of power.
Nice counter by Zhang as Joyce was able to land a short left hook.
Again, Joyce, he stopped mid-range. He threw a couple of punches, stayed mid-range, and that's where the danger zone is. It's either he's going to be all the way in, all the way out, or he just needs to let his hands go from where they are.
That right, it's thrown, but it's not thrown with the confidence we've usually seen from Joyce. He wants to throw it and get it back to where it can defend his the right portion of his face.
Zhang right now is being patient, He's allowing Joyce to get comfortable, and he's going to look to line him up with shots.
There's that stick from Zhilei ZHANG. We remind you, both fighters stand 6'6" and have an equal 80-inch reach, and that's been the difference because Joyce, against a man his equal size, is taking some heavy artillery.
Told you that looping left hand was going to come. That looping left hand was coming, and it came right over the top, catching Joe Joyce.
And then there's that short right hook from Zhang, and you mentioned it. What poison is Joyce going to pick tonight? And Zhang is giving him a choice.
Everything. Just wait for the uppercut. Just wait for the uppercut coming from Zhang.
Heavier isn't always better, because when Joyce gets touched, you can see his whole body go backwards. Nice 1-2 from Zhilei ZHANG.
Target practice.
There's that stick from Joyce and that leery right hand that he digs to the body.
See, that's good offense right there from Joe Joyce. He's doing it at the right range. When he does it at the right range, get his hands off and then move left, he's out of harm's way. But when he stands there a little bit too close, he should expect something to come back from Zhang.
He may not get up, and if he does, he's going to be in no condition to continue. This fight is over. Zhilei ZHANG proves that the first time was not a fluke. What a finish from Zhang.
When you fall on your face, Bernardo, you usually don't get up. Period. Period. That's a saying in boxing. He fell on his face.
My goodness, what an impressive shot from Zhilei ZHANG. He set it up perfectly, Tim, and this is how it ends.
And what did I say?
Watch that right hook.
Watch the right hook. The right hook is going to be coming. He saw him moving to the left. He threw the left hand right down the pipe. He moved left, and he caught him with the right hook. Nasty, nasty shot right there from Zhang.
Impressive showing from Zhilei